Hey guys, welcome to today's class. Have fun.
Okay, well, welcome to today's class, Family Life Education in Social Study. So we're looking at social study, family life education. Family life education is a type of education that makes each member of a family to function well in the society. And so it helps members of a family to identify his or her values, recognize how values are formed and how it affects decisions. And so, as we've rightly seen, find that these educations are things we're taught at home. And so, our parents are our first teacher. And so, our parents have taught, they've inculcated, they've given some good moral upbringing that are of good values, of great significance to our lives. And so, some of those things they also help us to manage resources. And so, another point you see there is our parents have been also, or these are family life education also, it has gone down to management or resources availability. And so when you get these resources, how you've been able to manage the population and resources availability, there must be proper management and what planning of scarce available resources so as to cater for the population. Find that you are able to manage the resources you have to be able to also help. That's why you find that the little you have, you can also manage and also help others with it. Why? Because our parents or the society has taught us these stuffs. And so custom means people's way of doing things or manner of doing things. And so people, the way they do things and the manner to which they do things. In my part of country, by the time you find yourself in the west or those persons from the west, the lady they go down on their knee to greet, while the guys, the men now they bow to greet those that senior them, their parents, their uncles and aged ones. And so food, if you find yourself in the northern part of Nigeria, you hear something like tuwo, you hear something like tuwo shinkafa. And when you find yourself in the places like the west, their dressing, also matters. See the guys, the ladies, when it comes to their traditional attires, tying wrapper, putting on their cap, holding a staff of stick, and they move around. And so values, and the values mean the worth or importance of something to someone. It is also what an individual considers as important to him or her. And so value is what we see to be important or what we take to be very important to us. And so value, you find some persons, they don't play with respect, they don't play with honesty. And so these include, the value include honesty, which means being truthful, honor, doing the right thing that showed respect, equality, knowing that people have equal rights, and respect, polite and having regards for someone, self-control, calmness and not showing emotions, even though, sorry, come again, self-control, calmness and not showing emotions, even though someone is feeling angry or excited. It won't show responsibility, being answerable to one's behavior, and you have social duties, treating people in fairness. You treat people in fairness. And so factors that influence values. You have the peer group. Peer group can influence your value. Family background can influence one's value. The mass media can influence one's value. Religion can influence one's value. Take that again: peer pressure or peer group rather, family background, mass media, religion, family size and consequences. And so we have the nuclear family. This is the simplest form of family. This it is made up of father, which is the husband, the wife, and their children. Advantages of the nuclear family: uh, there is less jealousy and conflict. Nobody jealous, or the jealousy is reduced, and not the problem in the family is not that much. You're able to handle it. It brings about intimate relationship in the family, knowing each other very well. Parents are able to provide emotional and moral support for the members of the family. Its small number and size leads to better management in terms of feeding, education of children, shelter, affection, etc. And so the disadvantages of the nuclear family: shortage in labor force, that is to say agri and defense. Barrenness can lead to absence of offspring. When there's barrenness, it leads to that. Culturally, the family lose prestige because they are fewer. Culturally, find that the family lose prestige. And so the extended family, this type of family stretches wider than the nuclear family. This includes all people who are related by blood through the father or the mother. Can either be uncles, aunties, cousins, nephew, and a whole lot more of persons. And so the advantage of the extended family: members are loyal to elders, and members are loyal to elders and those in leadership position, because elders in the family are regarded as model for the young ones in terms of moral upbringing and good conduct. That is one. The second point, you see, this family system serves as a means of mobilizing people to work, particularly communal works like family, house construction, etc. And the third point you see there is children's upbringing is everybody's responsibility. And so it's not just done by only a parent, it's done by everybody. When parents are not around, other relations will look after the children, and they also help in teaching them morals and cultural value. Now, what is population census, or what is census? And we are looking at census problem in Nigeria. Census or population census means the process of counting people residing in a country at a given period of time, or is it the head count of people in a given geographical location. And so these are many problems militating against the conduct of a successful census in Nigeria. One, illiteracy, or illiteracy. Out of ignorance and due to illiteracy, some people run away from census officials thinking that they are tax collectors. Two, religion and cultural beliefs. Some religious doctrine frowns at head counting. Some, they tend to avoid numerators. C, some areas in the country are not enumerated because of bad roads that leads to their location. D, Competent hands are not employed to handle census in Nigeria. E. Dishonesty by census officials and enumerators. Some of these personnel are not truthful, so they inflate or reduce the figures of population to satisfy some people or areas. E. The last point says some politicians in power inflate the figures so as to satisfy their selfish ambition during electoral process or processes. And so I take it again and say 1, you have illiteracy. 2, which is B, religious and cultural beliefs. C, some areas in the country are not enumerated because of bad rules that leads to that location or community. D, competent hands are not employed to handle census in Nigeria. E, dishonesty by census officials and enumerators. E, which is the last point, says some politicians in power inflate the figure so as to satisfy their selfish ambition during electoral process. And so thank you for today's class.
I hope the class was interesting. If you have questions, please drop them in the comment section or send us an email. We will love to help you further. See you in the next class.